Hi, my name is Sarah Salinas. So, a really big part of my story started at the end of 2017 when I hit the biggest rock bottom I've ever hit to date. And I remember hearing about Lacey on a couple of podcasts. I think I initially heard her on Almost 30. And I'm a projector in human design, and so when something comes my way, like I want to learn it, and her saying you can live the life that you want, but you got to change your subconscious. So I immediately took that into account, and I was like, I need to do this. And so through the end of 2017 into 2018, all of this literal shit just kind of piled up, and I started to work through it, but it was like it all came to the surface. That way I could address it. So I spent, like I said, most of 2018, I called it peeling back the layers of my subconscious beliefs. And through that, I got sober. I don't suffer with anxiety. I was able to pay off all of my debt. It was $20,000. I did it in 18 months. I'm now a human design reader. That was a really big part of my path as well. I'm an intuitive. I've been able to tap into my spiritual gifts, and it was expanders like Almost 30, Lacey, the Balance Blonde, and different people that are living lives that I want to live, and help me believe that I was more than capable of living that life. And it was funny because I'm someone where before I did any of Lacey's videos or anything like that, or workshops, because I told myself I'm going to try and do as much of this on my own, but it kind of clicked for me. It's like, well, if you want change, where's your subconscious? Where do you need to change that? And so for me, that was through release writing. And so I would just kind of put pen to paper and write it all down. And then I would all of a sudden tap into my subconscious, and then I would go in and rewire it. And what was funny is I started to notice a pattern that every single time that I would address this part of myself, I would be tested. And it just kept happening. It kept happening. And then, I've done Lacey's shadow workshop, and then I was like, yep, the tests are going to come. So now anytime that those come up, I'm like, all right, that just means that the magic is on the other side of this, and I just need to ride the storm out. And now I'm at a place in my life where, I'm a human design reader, I'm an intuitive. Later this year, I'm going to be transitioning out of my day job and doing human design full-time. And that was something that I wanted, but I had to go and rewire all of that. So it's been through literally owning every bit of my shadow and addressing all the trauma and sexual assault and abuse and depression and suicidal thoughts and alcoholism and my lineage and all these things. It was going in and owning every single bit of that, and owning it and looking at it, embracing and accepting, but also rewiring it, that my life has done a complete 180, and I don't even recognize Sarah from 2017. I look at old pictures and I'm like, who is that? And so for me, my biggest thing was addressing my shadow and just knowing that we manifest from our subconscious. Our true selves lie in our subconscious, and asking myself, do I like that? And if I don't, then I have the tools now to go and change all of that, versus thinking that if I just write it all down on a piece of paper and positive affirmations and all this stuff, it'll happen. That wasn't working. But now that I know where it's all right, if I want to change this, where's my subconscious? That has been my magic sauce. So that's my story.